I am now introducing Insane Ian. Achievement unlocked!
I bet I can eat more waffles than you, so that's what I'm gonna do. Waffles are the most perfect food, and I've got a lot to prove.
Greetings, Internet, and welcome to another episode of A Comedy Musician Reacts. My name is Insane Ian. I am a comedy musician and comedy music fan, and on this show, I react to comedy music from the perspective of a comedy musician. Because that's what I am, and that's what I do, and that's what this is, and that's why you're here, and that's why, this week, I'm reacting to So Sick of Giving You Up by OCT, or OCT, or On Company Time, whichever they go by. If this is your first time joining us, yes, I'm a comedy musician. I react exclusively to comedy music because that is where my field of expertise lies. What this means for you is that I'm going to pause the video. Kind of a lot, actually. This way I'm not talking over or laughing over the jokes and missing them. This way I can discuss how the lyrics and video work in tandem to help enhance the comedy. Sometimes I'm talking and explaining the jokes or breaking down the jokes because people seem to like me explaining jokes for some reason. And sometimes I'm just sitting back and laughing my damn head off. It's a crapshoot whatever you're going to get, but I think it's a good time either way. If you like that sort of thing, please like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things to feed the algorithm to get more eyeballs onto these videos. And if you really want to help the channel out, consider supporting me on Patreon, where patrons get to see these videos early, get to see my music and comedy early, and all sorts of other cool things like that. But anyway, all of that out of the way, let us dive into the brand new song, So Sick of Giving You Up by OCT. Now, I have been hearing this song in clips before. I think I've heard basically the first verse and chorus, because they've been showing it in Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts and on TikTok and whatnot to preview the song before it came out, and now we get to hear the song in all of its full glory. Also, a congratulations to OCT, because as of now, the announcements for the Logan Whitehurst Memorial Awards for Excellence in Comedy Music, aka the Comedy Music Awards, aka the Logan Awards, have been announced, and they are nominated for Outstanding Comedy Music Video for Don't Touch My Clogs, which is well-deserved in my opinion. Anyway, but this is their brand new video. Let's dive into this one. I have the captions going just in case I can't quite catch all the lyrics. We'll see how that goes, if it's user-generated or not. Going full leather with fingerless gloves this time.
Oh, today is the day I'm done, is what I say to my mom, but I keep letting her down.
I love their aesthetic. I love the sound that they do. Just, it's a whole lot of synthesizers, which gives it this really 80s feel without, like, it evokes 80s without, like, being a, like, total 80s, you know, attempt. That's a bad way of phrasing that. It's not like they're trying to be 80s too extensively, but they give the aesthetic of 80s with the instrumentation and with the vocals, and I appreciate that, and I dig that a lot. I don't think any of these guys, they're all pretty young, I don't think any of them were around in the 80s, but I appreciate the attention to that aesthetic, and you see that sometimes in their visuals, but more so in their sound. That's an appreciation for that era, at least to my ears. So he's letting his mom down because he keeps trying to do something.
Tell her that I'm a quick, then I'll take another hit every time she turns around, and I know that I'll just try to run away, but I've been thinking about it every single day. All of the different flavors, mint, mango, grape, and
That's unintentional comedy right there. The captions didn't quite get the lyrics right. So, all of the different flavors, mint, mango, or grape. I think we're talking about vaping here. But the lyrics on screen say all of the different flavors in my no great. Close enough, I guess. No, it's not. It's not close enough. Yes, this is a song about trying to not vape. Which, like, here's the thing. every song that they write is so incessantly catchy, and that's the thing I appreciate about the aesthetic of their music, is that, yes, it is a catchy fucking song. And the premise of this being like an anti-vaping song is inherently funny just on its own basis, but also it's still just a good song. That's one of the hallmarks, and one of the things you have to keep in mind about comedy music isn't just a vessel for jokes. It's not just, here's a joke, but there's, notes behind it. That has to be both a good song and a funny song. And to be able to work that through and nail both of those elements is key to having good comedy music. And these guys do that phenomenally. Phenomenally? It's hard to say, but I think I got there. A lot of the acts that I talk about on this show, I think try to nail that, and most do pretty well. But that is, kind of one of the key elements is it doesn't just have to be a funny song. It has to be a good song on its own merits, not just as being a funny song. But also, let's get that funny in there. That's important.
I gotta have it, I can't imagine my life without it. I don't wanna be the one to give you up just to buy another one. One hit is when I tell my voice, but I take another bite.
One hit is when I tell... one hit is when I tell my voice. One hit is what I tell my boys, is what I think the lyric is. But I take another puff. Yes, I've heard this section of the song before because it's been what's in the reels. So this part I know. They all seem to coordinate so well for their videos too. Between Don't Touch My Clogs and Dim Sum Paradise. Dim Sum Paradise, they kind of had a similar look aesthetic to this. This time they're just all in leather, different leather. This one's got the one on the far left, who's singing the chorus, has it more bedazzled on the lapel. Bedazzled, probably not bedazzled, but you get the aesthetic idea. The lead singer is more solid black, and then the keyboardist on the far right, sleeveless and fingerless gloves. Just going full 80s on that. I dig it. And also, I don't know the guys' names individually, so I apologize for that. But the lead singer, in some of the moments, was hitting a really cool tremolo in the vocals, and he seems to do that in a lot of their songs, and it's a sound I appreciate. It's a unique sound, and it makes their songs sound distinctly theirs. You know what I'm saying? They have this aesthetic, and they've established this aesthetic as the On Company Time sound. And that, it's important to have your own distinct voice in comedy music sometimes, so you don't back in the LimeWire and Napster days where every comedy song was attributed to Weird Al, whether he had anything to do with it or not, whether it was a parody or not, whether it was anything in his aesthetic or not. Al doesn't swear in his songs, but a lot of songs got attributed to Al that had swearing in it. Adam Sandler songs or, anything of that like. Excuse me. But yes, clearly these captions have not been actually coded to what the lyrics are. I might be better off turning them off, but we'll leave them on. It may give us more unintentional comedy. That's fun. In my life. See, unintentional lyric comedy. I just need your love in my lungs, is the line. Which, this is, I've said this about comedy music a lot, and I actually am quoted as saying it in this frickin' textbook, taking funny music seriously. One of my favorite things is that anybody can write a love song. Only comedy music can that love song be about a taco. And that's, you kind of can transplant that to this. I'm good with words. I can speak goodly. You can transplant that idea to this song as well, because it is a love song about vaping. That's not a serious song. The lyrics can sound serious because it is a song. We're writing a song here. But the if you listen deeper and realize that the song is about vaping and how much I'm so sick of quitting. I'm so sick of giving you up. I don't want to quit the love that I get in my lungs from sucking on a Juul. That is inherently funny. And that is the only kind of song you can get in a comedy song. You can't find... If any pop song was written about vaping, it would instantly be a funny song. Because it's not a serious subject that's like, talking about how you can't give up vaping. You can sing about the horrors of vaping, sure, and that can be a serious thing because popcorn lung is not really a great thing. But the aesthetic of this makes it funny. Yeah. That's some quality playing right there. One-handed, looking like you're having a seizure or trying to stop yourself from peeing yourself. The legs were a little crossed inward. Yeah, no, great stuff. Really, really dig it. And the shot in the picture-in-picture of 4 pictures for some reason when there's only 3 of them. Why not? Why not have that? No, that's great. I dig that a lot.
The worst thing I ever did was think my very first hit. I was 11 years old. My brother gave me a jewel and told me that I'd be cool about it, what I was told.
There's the line about the jewel. Yeah, they spell it like not Juul in the captions, but jewel as if it's a gemstone. I love the backing vocals. There's something that is not talked about in comedy music enough is having the backing vocals be funny too. And even if you're just repeating a line in the song for a harmony line, and these guys do great harmonies. Again, I love their sound. But, I was 11 years old. He was 11 years old. Just to have that be the repeating line. That's just funny. There have been so many times where I found it myself funny in recording a song, making my producer, my bandmate Ben, when we do songs together, having him sing the backup and having him sing the most ridiculous shit as the backing vocals. It makes me laugh all the time because when we're recording it, it's just that line isolated, and it's just so funny just to hear the random goofy stuff I make this man sing. It's great. It's one of my favorite things about doing it. Yeah, sorry.
Ever since I never leave the house without, I panic when I lose it in between the couch. But now I'm giving up, that's it, I quit, I'm out.
I always have it when I leave the house. I panic when I lose it in the couch. I mean, okay, kind of relatable. You panic when you lose your phone in the couch, but this is a serious addiction that one is equating to love. But now I'm out. But now I'm giving up. That's it. I'm quit. I'm out. So good.
But let me see it, I so wanna see it, 'cause I really need it. I be the one to give you up, just to buy another.
There's more people.
I quit is what I tell myself, but I take another puff.
The captions have missed the word puff both times. Just cannot catch it. I love... It's such a dancey pop vibe to a song about how much someone is addicted to vaping. That is... I've already said it in this reaction, but that is just funny. It's good, and it makes it work so much more by having the song be so goddamn catchy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've had this song stuck in my head for a couple days because they've been putting it on Reels and TikTok and YouTube Shorts and everything. So I'm a subscriber. It pops up in my feed. I listen to it. Stuck in my crawl. Right there.
I just need your love in my lungs. I can't see
At that time it's in lungs.
because I'm so sick of giving, so sick of giving you up.
some serious 80s outfits, I'll say, on the dancers here. At least the pastel colors. Oh wow, that's it? Oh man. Not a lot of... We got a new logo here for OCT, On Company Time. I dig the new logo. Yeah, no, that's freaking great, man. Not a lot of songs will give you, especially comedy songs, at least older comedy songs, will give you just 2 verses and out. A lot of comedy songs tend to rely on the structure of 3, jokes coming in 3, and building on the idea of you have your introduction of the idea, raising that idea to a funny moment, the escalation of that moment, and then putting that moment to the extreme in the 3rd verse. But some songs are deciding to be shorter now because attentions are shorter, and you're hearing songs on TikTok and shorts and stuff, and so we're compacting those to just being 2 verses, get the idea in and out and go. You know, and I have a respect for that. A lot of some of the very older comedy songs have definitely done that. You have songs like from Tom Lehrer, which, you know, one of the great songwriters of our age, whether it be for comedy or not, and, you know, definitely has shorter songs that kind of give you the idea and go. And it goes from inception of the idea to the most extreme sometimes in those songs. But definitely there is something to be said for a good 2.5-minute song, in and out, and you're done. And this one is so catchy. You know, an extended version of this song would not be unwelcome, but definitely this one leaves you wanting more, I'll say. And I find that to be a good thing, honestly, because I enjoyed it so much. I hope that you enjoyed it too. If you did, you of course can check out the video without me yammering all over it. Link in the description box below. If you did like it here, of course, give me a like, or a subscribe, or a comment, or sharing, or anything that you do to feed the algorithm to get more eyeballs onto these videos. And if you really want to help the channel out, like these folks over here do, consider supporting me on Patreon, where patrons get to see these videos early, get my music and comedy early. That's right, I am a comedy musician too, and all sorts of other cool perks. Anyway, that's all for this week. We'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Good